Analysis: Nuclear family was a mistake by David Brooks. Overview: Scholars have for decades emphasized the importance of family as a fundamental unit of the society. Sociologists perceive extended family as the soul of any society since it facilitates the passing of morals or social values from generation to generation. The family unit at any level is important to the survival of the society. Family values are passed from parents to children through reinforcement, punishment, and indirect and direct reasons. Today, nuclear family has increased in popularity among the middle class, especially in developed and urban societies. However, although important, the values held in nuclear family appear to conflict with the traditional values of the extended family. This scenario is particularly well captured in a newspaper article by David Brooks titled, "The Nuclear Family Was a Mistake." The article illustrates how extended families have become entangled in a cultural dilemma that is clearly complicated by modernization and the increased value placed on individuality and personal values. Article analysis: Extended family as a source of support, strength, and stability. The traditions, aspirations, and beliefs of a family act as a driving force towards its development and sustainability. The continued interaction between family members is important to the enforcement of these beliefs and aspirations, and according to Brooks, the extended family appear to offer more in this regard. Unconsciously or deliberately, values and traditions shape and become part of the identity of the family. Because of their small or simple structure, nuclear families tend to enhance freedom and individual mobility. However, it removes the important social tapestry, which is important to the economic and cultural stability of the family. Brooks notes that people in the extended family can depend on others to reduce any unexpected burden, including loss of job and sickness, among others. On the other hand, nuclear families tend to create a sense of detachment and breakage of relationships, since only a small number of people are involved. The market wants us to live alone or with just a few people. That way, we are mobile, unattached, and uncommitted, able to devote an enormous number of hours to our jobs. David Brooks. According to Brooks, the nuclear family lacks the important mechanism to absorb shock created by relationship conflict among its key members. Sometimes marital conflict between parents in a nuclear family means the end of the family. Divorce results to suffering of the children as the entire family unit dies. Brooks observes that a significant number of children in Western nations are today being raised by single parents compared to those in more traditional nations in Asia and Africa. Unlike extended families that can withstand poor economic situations, nuclear families are more affected by negative economic situations, such as lack of finances. Brooks argues that an increased diversion from the traditional extended family is a major source of lack of connectedness and increased loneliness in the modern United States. We've moved from big, interconnected, and extended families, which help protect the most vulnerable people in society from the shocks of life, to smaller, detached, nuclear families. David Brooks. A balance between social functions and personal values. The general social roles establish the basic flow of a family. According to Brooks, these roles are more defined or evidenced in an extended family setting. He adds that the well-being of everybody is predominant in an extended family, while single-mindedness tends to thrive in nuclear families. In an extended family setting, children learn the critical skills of balancing between the responsibilities of the society, family, and personal roles. They learn to prioritize their own needs while at the same time supporting the interests of others. Additionally, Brooks claims that increased connectedness also helps to mold their moral perspective by giving them a reference point for what is good or wrong. Members of the extended family tend to evaluate their actions and decisions based on key values such as kindness, empathy, justice, and generosity. For Brooks, individuality and increased pursuance of personal interests is highly embedded in the nuclear family setting. The increased love for privacy, individualism, and freedom is a major hindrance to positive social transformation. Hyper-individualism has left many families detached and unsupported. David Brooks. Furthermore, members of nuclear families tend to only be responsible for themselves. Individuals who are raised in a multi-generational clan system tend to hold a social mindset rather than an individualistic attitude. According to Brooks, those who prioritize their personal interests are less likely to sacrifice their resources or self for the good of the family, which further leads to family disruption. In this account, Brooks emphasizes the need to start initiatives aimed at nurturing the family network either through interactions or biology. Importance of effective family governance/leadership. Evidently, grandparents play a critical role in maintaining strong family ties in an extended setting. This is usually possible because other members of the extended family place immense respect on their elders. Like nuclear families, extended families also experience conflict among its members. However, the presence of well-respected grandparents as the leaders of the family makes the conflict less severe. Able leadership helps to minimize the negative forces, making it possible to adapt to the changing roles of the family. Authority or governance in the extended family is based on age, while in nuclear families, authority is mainly based on wealth and social status. A young person is expected to respect and follow the instructions of those older than them, regardless of their social or economic status. Therefore, uncles and aunts hold higher authority in the lives of children after the grandparents. This hierarchy in the leadership of family further dictates property ownership, decision-making, and overall harmony in the family. If a mother dies, siblings, uncles, aunts, and grandparents are there to step in. If a relationship between a father and a child ruptures, others can fill the breach. David Brooks. The role of family norms. Norms refer to the spoken or implicit cultural standards or rules. In a family setting, norms are established and advanced over time and dictate the behaviors and roles of each member. For instance, how members eat, dress, or talk is shaped by the family norms or rules. In case of extended families, grandparents or the living elder members have the responsibility of deciding what is allowed or prohibited under any situation. For instance, grandparents teach their children etiquette, which are then passed to grandchildren. According to Brooks, some families hold good behaviors such as kindness and caring for others as their ultimate norm. Therefore, grandchildren learn what their family stands for and continue to pass it on. Violation of these norms attracts the attention of family leadership, who in turn holds a family session to rectify the situation. Failure to intervene may disrupt the family cycle or even its death. Multiple adults teach children right from wrong, how to behave toward others, how to be kind. David Brooks. A good example is captured in Barry Levinson's 1990 film, where a small misunderstanding between the family and one of the siblings during a family event gradually weakens the once strong family ties. According to Brooks, the problem began when one of the family members relocated to suburbs in search of independence and privacy. The family split further when the family decided to break one of their norms by failing to wait for the elder sibling to arrive before cutting the turkey during Thanksgiving. Building, embedding, and binding functions of family. Brooks highlights the central role of behaviors, values, and culture in sustaining a family. The three elements are important for effective leadership and survival of the family through their building, binding, and embedding nature. In regards to building, the culture, behaviors, and values of the family support continuous development of the family. The building process continues when the core values and behaviors are passed from one family member to another across generations. In regards to binding, the behavior and values of the family help to bring the family together and to continuously strengthen the relationship ties. In regards to the embedding role, culture, behaviors, and values within the family offers guidance for all members across generations. For instance, the value of kindness, culture of caring, and empathy can be embedded in a given family for decades. According to Brooks, the nuclear family lacks the capacity to hold a society together. The nuclear family has been crumbling in slow motion for decades, and many of our other problems with education, mental health, addiction, the quality of the labor force stem from that crumbling. David Brooks. The support and caregiving role of family. Still using the example derived from Barry Levinson's 1990 film, the breakage of family puts members at a social and financial disadvantage. In the film, the disruption of the extended family forces the grandparents to sell their properties in order to survive their old age, as other members focus on their individual interests. Extended family does not only offer financial security, but is also a source of care for the elderly members. The social and economic success of nuclear families is significantly tied to the health of the extended household. For instance, grandparents who are financially stable tend to contribute towards the education, business, and overall future of their grandchildren. In turn, grandchildren and their parents help to take care of the grandparents during their later adulthood period. Through the article, Brooks illustrates that the elderly are left to cater for themselves when extended family bond is non-existent. Additionally, an extended family tends to build and maintain a large group of relatives and friends, which helps to overcome most financial and social hurdles in the household. Often in nuclear families, heads of the families are often left to bear the entire financial and social burden due to the limited social networks. The era of the isolated nuclear family has been a catastrophe. It's led to broken families or no families, to merry-go-round families that leave children traumatized and isolated, to senior citizens dying alone in a room. David Brooks. Summary of extended family values according to Brooks. Good leadership. Examples: extended family is based on social sharing and fostering strong relationships. Loyalty. Examples: there's increased connectedness among members. Social involvement and commitment. Examples: all members are proactive towards the well-being of the entire family and others. Continuity. Examples: focuses on the long-term survival of the family and its norms and culture. Trust. Examples: members of the extended family are more trusting of each other. They can count on each other during any situation. Respect. Examples: extended families thrive due to the respect maintained from the bottom to the top. Conclusion. From the article, it is clear that the family unit is experiencing major shifts in the modern world as the people favor individualism, freedom, and privacy at the expense of the homogeneousness created by the extended family. Nuclear family appears to be based on temporary values, leading to weakened family ties and conflicts between members of the extended family. The problem of nuclear family is further embedded on its push for privacy and economic independence, which is associated with modern capitalism. While extended family is not perfect, it shields members from negative economic and social outcomes. Extended family prioritizes the well-being of its members and the society, which reduces negative outcomes such as drug and substance abuse, poverty, and dropping out of school, among others. Overall, extended family framework appears to have positive impact on its members across the lifespan, while the nuclear system continues to promote individualism. References: Brooks, D. 2020. The Nuclear Family Was a Mistake. The Atlantic.